What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and I cannot get enough of Tier 4 Hulk, guys. He is so freaking strong, so damn fun to play, and you guys can see that he's just ranked 843. I did end up changing his ice weight set, been doing a little testing. I slapped binary power on him because this actually gives him 8% extra or 8.5% extra max HP, and I actually gave him a little critical rate because that was actually a little critical rate for this test that we're going to be doing today. And, you know, the little bit of extra HP is actually going to help him a little bit more than actually having a Power of Angry Hulk set on him. I've actually done the testing, guys, and yes, having that extra 8% HP was better than having this, you know, fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set. So we're going to be running with the binary set. That's one change I did to the character. Now, as far as the stats, guys, he's got, you know, 137,000 HP. This is low HP. I have, you know, 25% max HP on my cards, which is pitiful. Something I'm going to be working on in the future, especially for my favorite character here. But you guys can take a look at his stats here. His attack speed's at 130, his critical rate's at 67%, and his critical damage at 200%. Thanks to that 50% extra critical damage that he gets from his uniform effect, that really helps. And he does get a little critical rate from his uniform effect as well, I think 10%. And his ignore defense is at 48.6. It's close enough, guys. It's not going to make that much of a difference if this is at 50% or 48.6%. And yeah, and the rest of the build is exactly like you guys saw before. And what we're going to do is we're going to see how well he can perform in ABX. Now, I don't have his artifact equipped. I wish I did have his artifact because it would give him more HP. It would make him a lot stronger. Of course, the uniform is at Mythic. But, man, he is so fun to play in this season, right? Because this is the paralyzed season. And Hulk actually has paralysis on his fourth and his second skill, right? He gets paralysis at the very beginning of his second skill, and he gets at the end of his fourth skill. Now, you can do a couple different ways. This is a team composition that you can use for Combat Villain Day, or you could actually put Doc Ock in the leadership and get 30% extra HP. I've done the testing for this as well, and I do get a little bit more damage with Abomination because Abomination actually gives more chain hit damage and he gives 45% damage to super villains. It just seems to be a little bit better than the 30% HP, although Doc Ock is still a really great choice. And the reason this works out really good, especially in paralysis season, is that Doc Ock doesn't have, well, actually he does have paralysis. But I'm actually getting a little bit more damage out of my Hulk. I'm actually doing a little bit more than what I do with Doc Ock. But Doc Ock, I always run with the CTP of Energy, just to be fully transparent with you guys. But I thought it would be fun to see what Hulk can do with a CTP of Regeneration. And it's a low-statted CTP of Regeneration. All right, so I'm finding that talking and playing at the same time is definitely taking away from my focus as far as playing with Hulk. I missed a couple roars, which really isn't really that difficult to do, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Sometimes that second skill can miss a roar, but my rotation's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. There we go, slam down, and voila. So I'm literally hitting the 3, 5, and then going into the 4 afterwards, and then 1, 2 after that. And when I have about 3 seconds left on the 4th skill, that's when I'll go back into my 3, 5, 4. But you always want to make sure he slams down before you go into your 1, 2. Now he's got the paralysis here. I'm going to go ahead and hit that 4. There we go. Nice. I'm just trying to keep that damage flowing as much as I can. Oh yeah. Come on, buddy. And you guys can see the score that I was able to get. I mean, I've been able to hit 9 million with this guy. I mean, I would do so much better if I had more HP on my cards. It really does suck that I don't, to be perfectly frank with you guys. And nice, that worked out really sweet. Slam down. I'm just in focus mode, guys. I don't want to take my eyes off the screen. Trying to do well with my boy here, trying to represent as best I can with my account here. And slam down. Come on, buddy. So we already broke 8.1 million, which is awesome. And boom. Slam down, slam down, slam down, slam down, slam down. Yeah. This here run, it looks like I'm gonna be beating my score here, which is awesome. And bam. Oh yeah, we shattered that sucker. So 9.2 million with a CTP of regeneration. Not too shabby, right? 9.2 million, right? Well, take a look at my stats here, right? So let me slap on a CTP of rage and see what. Oh no. We want to unequip that. We don't want to get rid of that. We want that regen because I'm going to end up slapping this back on him. Now he is losing his immunity guard break, but he does have native super armor, and now his crit rate is maxed out, obviously from the CTP of rage, and his dodge is actually at 71%. So it's pretty close. It's not bad at all, and we're going to see how well he performs. Now, with the CTP of rage, you just never know with Hulk, right? He doesn't have guaranteed critical rate, so he can easily miss out on his procs, like they won't trigger when they need to, and that can be pretty damn annoying. All right, so I got to do that again, man. That didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Yeah. So let's try that again. So 2, 1, 3, 5. Slam down. I did notice in the run I just did a little bit that the proc was triggering when it should, but it did not trigger the way that it should right now. Slam down. Okay, so our proc actually got off, and this is kind of the thing about using a CTP of rage, is that your procs can get off so bad with those things because they're so reliant on doing critical hits. They're really an annoying obelisk, and that's kind of one thing that's really nice about Hulk, is that he does so much damage with a CTP of regeneration that you kind of would just kind of stick with the CTP regeneration on him. To be perfectly frank, guys, I mean his damage is okay, gonna come around, slam down. There we go. Now I know this might not be a perfect run, right? Because procs get off. But it also kind of shows you guys a little realism when it comes to playing with the CTP of regeneration versus the CTP of rage. And boom. Man, I tell you what, this looks so good on this phone. Slam down. Proc come a little bit late. We lost quite a bit of damage there. And voila. Okay, so I'm going to hit that one skill to kind of break out these guys a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that proc triggers. Yeah, it sure did. Nice. Alright, and slam down. And I'm doing the exact same rotation as I did a second ago. Slam down, okay. I mean, guys, it appears that the damage is pretty similar. Like, okay, hit that 4. I mean, yeah, there's not a tremendous amount of difference. I mean, granted, This run probably wasn't the best, to be perfectly honest with you guys. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you're going to do a little bit more damage with a rage because this wasn't a perfect run. I mean, when it comes to rages, you know, it really depends where that proc is as far as how much damage you did. There was quite a few times where the proc came late on the fourth skill. We didn't get the proc during our main damaging skills a lot of the time. So you will do more damage with a rage, at least from what I can see so far. But it's not by very much. It's not by very much at all. Honestly, I would just run with a high CTP of regen on that dude any day than anything else because you're going to want to build this character for PvP and PvE, especially if you're taking him to tier 4. And whether or not you do take this character to tier 4 is completely up to you guys. But I mean, he's definitely a monster when it comes to playing ABX. He does really, really well. And man, if I had more HP, I could easily get over 10 million with this guy. So guys, let me know what you think about this little comparison between the Rage and the CTP Regeneration. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. T2+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.